Before we get started, I would like to thank AdMotor for sponsoring this video. Over the span of about 5 months, I built this Batman Armory from one of my all-time favorite movies, The Dark Knight, completely from the ground up. Everything from the wooden base, the doors, the gadgets, and the suit was built from scratch. And I'm going to show you how I did it. I've always wanted to have some sort of bat cave down here in my basement, and this armory, which really only shows in the movie for probably less than a minute, has always stood out to me and felt like what a real-world Batman would actually have in his cave. So I did my research and gathered probably over 100 photos of the movie Armory, as well as the Hot Toys version, and I built this. The best part about this whole thing is I used some pretty simple materials to make it. We're talking wood, PVC pipe, cardboard, yes, I said cardboard, foam core board, PLA plastic for the 3D printed gadgets, and hot glue. A lot of hot glue. This video is going to focus on the armory itself. The build of the suit will come in part 2, which is being edited as we speak, so make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss that video. So without further ado, let's get started. First things first, we need a strong base to really lay the foundation for the armory. Because I don't have Bruce Wayne money yet, I needed something strong yet fairly cheap to make the base, which is why we chose wood. So I decided to consult my talented woodworking cousin Dominic, which he'll never admit, and we got to work. As far as dimensions go, there's no blueprint out there for how big the armory is, so I estimated a lot of the measurements based on what I felt would look the most accurate. Now the next step was to build the 2 main upright supports you see here. I bolted these plastic pipe mounts to the plywood on the base and then glued in this 2-inch PVC pipe. The design for this was a bit challenging, so to break it down for you, I built these outer cylinders shown in green and orange here, which were then slid around the PVC pipe. In this case, the orange cylinders were going to be stationary and glued to the pipe, while the green cylinders would be free to rotate, and that's what the doors would get mounted to. I used these 4-inch cardboard tubes, which would act as the outer cylinders. So as you can see, I am cutting this tube with a normal utility knife or a box cutter, and clearly it's not the fastest way. Probably not even the best way. I don't have a power saw really to cut through this stuff. So we are going the manual route, and I could always use a nice forearm workout because this is kind of tough. And after cutting the pieces I needed, I started capping them off with these laser cut plywood discs. I also 3D printed a few pieces, specifically a little base to glue the bottom tube to. And also these mock shaft collars, which space out some of the rotating pieces on the uprights. I could have bought real steel shaft collars, but I didn't think that $130 per collar was worth it. Okay, so I now have all of the parts built and 3D printed for at least one of the tubes that I need. So I'm gonna go ahead and assemble that for you right now. So that right there is one post fully assembled, and I'm printing some pieces now for the second post, and once those are all finished, I'll assemble that, and then we can move on to the doors. Now before going on to the next step, would I really be Batman if I didn't have his most trusty vehicle to drive around the streets of Gotham with? Oh, I'm not talking about the Bat Tumbler, no. I'm actually not even talking about the Bat Pod. I'm talking about my brand new electric bike from AdMotor. If you've never been on an electric bike before, this is your warning. You will get addicted. This AdMotor bike has been so crazy fun to ride around on. AdMotor sent me this M65X, and I truly cannot get enough of it. The assembly was about a 45-minute process, but with so many parts already pre-assembled and clear instructions, you could be up and running in less than that. I just like to be a little more cautious. And now that we're fully assembled, we're gonna take this bad boy for a spin. But of course, before we do that, we have to make this an official Batman vehicle. Thanks for the decal, Ate Cynthia. Perfect. I'll show you more riding footage and a quick review later in the video, but now let's get back to the armory. Building these doors was probably the most time consuming and honestly, the most boring part of this build. It was a tedious process of cutting a ton of cardboard angles, joining pieces together to make long sections, Yes, those are popsicle sticks. Like I said, we're using simple materials, baby. And then we use hot glue to assemble the doors, which was super time consuming, but I told myself that Gotham needs me, so I stopped complaining. To mount the doors, I 3D printed these little brackets and glued them to the rotating cylinders. So now I can just bolt the doors in place. With the back two doors in place, I started gluing in this foam core board structure that I made, which is going to hold the big display of gadgets. And after bolting up the other two doors, we're finally starting to see some serious progress. For reference, you can see how light these doors actually are, which is obviously a big benefit of using cardboard. So the next part that I'm going to do is build that kind of big block right on the very top of the armory. And that block is just going to sit right overhead. And since I don't want it to be too heavy or else the entire thing might collapse, I am using this foam core board right here. And this is probably the biggest board that I've ever bought in my life. But this top piece is pretty much going to complete the overall frame of the armory. And it's going to house all of the lighting and wiring that will light up the suit. So let's go ahead and build it. And now, we paint. I started with the posts and used a gunmetal gray color. Then I just covered the doors with a silver color. Now that the doors are painted, I can start gluing in this plastic mesh into the doors. I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this, but I'm now at the stage of the project where I just jump around and work on different parts, just so it's not so mundane. So here I'm cutting up these wooden square dowels, which are going to be the swing arms for the shelves of the armory. Okay, now jumping to another part, I am now cutting out the holes in the top ceiling piece where the lights will shine through. So this needs to have sort of a dirty concrete cement look to it, because in the film it's actually part of the ground and then rises up. So I started with a beige base color and put it on very rough and non-uniform. Once that coat dried, I took a sponge and put some brown paint on it and just started dabbing the entire piece. And I am very proud of the look that I got. I think it actually looks really like old concrete and has that texture to it, but really it's just a smooth surface with some acrylic paint. These here are the light fixtures that I modeled and 3D printed myself. They just pop right into the holes I cut out and they can get glued right in. I was going to wire in a bunch of lights, but I found these remote controlled puck lights on Amazon and it just made everything 10 times easier. So I just dropped these right into the light fixtures I made. Throw on the overhead piece onto the armory, and now we're in business. Going back to those shelves or drawers in the armory, I just made these out of foam core board again, painted them, and hot glued them into place. Where do you think you're going? So painting is now done, and at this point we actually have a serious looking armory, but boy was there a lot more work to do. Time to take a quick break from the armory. Let's ride our new e-bike. I've been a bicycle rider my whole life, but riding an e-bike has completely changed the game for me. With the Admotor M65X, you still get a good workout with the conventional pedaling, but as soon as you just want to sit back and cruise, pull the throttle back and let the electric motor do all the work. If you want the best of both worlds, turn on pedal assist and let the motor help you pedal for a casual, smooth ride. Here you can see I'm cruising at a speed of about 12 to 13 miles per hour, but this bike can go all the way up to 23 miles per hour. Admotor really has made something special here. The bike is perfect for riding through the park, but also for commuting through cities and getting to work. Plus, the M65X in this black and yellow looks extremely cool. I really can't say enough about this Admotor bike, so you'll either just have to trust me or try it out for yourself. Again, thank you to Admotor, and go check out admotor.com for more. And now back to our regular programming. Half of what makes the armory so cool is the suit inside of it. So I bought this mannequin to display the suit on, and I just did a quick test fit to make sure it would actually fit in the armory. I threw a black skin suit on the mannequin, and my girlfriend said it now looked like Kim Kardashian.
You've just been rude to all of us.
Like I said, I'll be making a separate, detailed video on how I made the suit, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that. Now the fun part of the build was getting to plan out and build all of Batman's gadgets. My personal favorite and one of his most iconic gadgets is of course the grapple gun. So I started by buying one on Amazon, which I was surprised they still actually sold official Dark Knight Rises toys. I then took some measurements and 3D modeled my own. And you can actually buy the 3D file on my Etsy page if you want to build one yourself. There are over 100 total gadgets in this armory. In order to keep track of everything, I laid it all out on this spreadsheet I made that listed the name of the gadget, the quantity, and its location in the armory. It was super helpful in making sure I covered it all. To be honest, some of the pieces, I don't even know what they are. Like, what's this? Seriously, I have no idea. But this book, called The Dark Knight Manual, that I've had for years, came in super handy and is just a really entertaining book overall. For a lot of what look like bullets and artillery shells, I cut up some PVC pipe and printed caps to glue on the ends, and it worked out pretty nicely. To actually display all these gadgets, I bought this 2¼ inch thick Kaizen foam from FastCap. Basically, you just trace out the item you're going to insert, cut out the outline, and then peel away the layers to make a nice pocket for the item to sit inside. So that was a ton of work for just one grapple gun and 2 cartridges, so I'm getting kind of nervous for all the other, 50 other pieces I got to put in here. So yeah, let's keep going. Once I had it all laid out, I was able to just hot glue the entire sheet into one of the doors. Continuing on with all of the other gadgets, I made these mini arrows, no idea what Batman would use these for, nunchucks, a grapple hook or harpoon of some sort with steel cable, and of course the sticky bomb gun, which Batman is shown using in The Dark Knight when he's kidnapping Lau in Hong Kong. Sorry for the spoilers, but I think 15 years is enough time. And I am very proud of the fact that a lot of these gadgets do have some sort of functionality to them. Like these Bat utility belt pouches that open up, grapple gun that has a removable cartridge, functional nunchucks, an adrenaline injector that actually injects, just kidding, I wouldn't show that on camera, foldable batarangs, and regular batarangs, and that is the Dark Knight Armory, everyone. If you made it all the way through this video, you are a real one. This project was hands down the biggest project I have ever done. And I think now when people ask me, what's your favorite movie prop you've ever built, I can with certainty now say it's this Dark Knight Armory. That just about wraps up this video. Remember, there is a part 2 coming out, which is gonna show how I built the suit, so make sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications. You really do not wanna miss that one. Also, if you're in the market for an e-bike or just wanna learn more about the electric bike world, check out Motor. They make some really cool products. This has been such a fun and rewarding experience, and it is truly because of you guys that I was able to take on a project like this. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys share it with all of your friends and family that are big Batman fans or just a fan of superheroes in general. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.